Today I want to talk about one of the coolest things that electronic music gear can do, and that is utilize MIDI program change. So let's get into it as soon as I shout out today's patron, and that patron shout out goes to Andy O'Dowd. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. It is a beautiful morning here in the Beat Barn. It is 9:04 a.m. on the 12th, the day I'm releasing this video, actually. We are, of course, still setting up for Freebeat Live 2026, my free upcoming live stream concert. Details in the description. You're not going to want to miss it, just like I'm not going to want to skip the subject of today's video, because we're talking MIDI program change. If you don't know what MIDI program change is, it's basically one of the coolest and most handy/useful tricks that electronic music gear has up its sleeve. Well, most pieces of gear anyway. Take this Roland S1, for instance. It's a synthesizer, right? It's got many different patches that you can change between for different sounds. You have to hit the pattern button and then use this knob here and then press pattern again. And you can get to up to 64 different preset patches, which is pretty impressive for such a small little synth. But what if you're playing that synth on stage like I'm gonna be doing at the live show, and I need to change patches, but I don't want to have to go to all that? What if I could automate the switching of patches? That's where MIDI program change comes in. See, right up here, I have my MIDI control pedal. This is the Morningstar MC6 Pro. This is sort of the MIDI brain of my entire setup up on the stage. Right now, I've got it set up with several different banks, basically one bank for every song in the first set. So we've got Water Heater, the first song. I can hit this pedal, go to the next song, next song, next song, next song. These are all different banks. Also not directly program change, but sort of along the same vein. This is my Cynito TempoPad C16. This is going to be up on the stand with me on stage. And I've also mapped the next song and previous song commands to the R button and the M button. So next song, you can see it changing, and previous song, you can see it changing back. Back on the topic of MIDI program change, the MC6 Pro can actually send program change information when a new bank is switched to. So basically, I can press this button right here or this button right here to switch to the next song on the set. And as that bank loads, it'll send program change to up to, I believe, 32 different devices. I can have it send up to 32 different MIDI messages to different pieces of gear, including program change info. So I can simply select the next song and it'll pull up the proper patch via program change on my S1, as well as on my SPD-SX up there. And we might get around to that in this video too, we'll see. So first let's go ahead and set this up on the S1. I haven't actually done this yet, so I believe we need to hit Shift and go to Menu. And then I think we need to go until we see MIDI program change, because I'm pretty sure we need to, oh, program change, there we go. I think we need to enable it. Okay, it's set to channel 16. I think I want it on channel 13 right now, so we'll set it to channel 13. Okay, now we're here on my laptop in the Morningstar editor. So I'm connected to the pedal and I'm editing the presets. We're gonna go to lower level, which is the first song that actually has a preset on the S1 prepared for it. It's the first song that I play the S1 on. I'm gonna go to Edit Bank, and now we can see here we get up to 32, I believe. Yeah, 32 messages that I can send. So message 1, the event is going to be on Enter Bank. So when we enter this bank, it's going to send program change. We're now going to set this MIDI channel to 13, just like we did on the S1. And I need to change the program change number to 63. The reason I need to change it to 63 is because the preset that I want is in slot 16 of bank 4. So if it was bank 1, preset 1, that would actually be a PC value of 0. But here all the way at the end, bank 4, slot 16, that's going to be 63. So I'm going to set it back to bank 1, slot 1, and we can see I've got that program change number set to 63 on channel 13. I'm going to hit Save Bank Settings. I'm now going to go to the previous song, and if we did this right, when I hit the next song button, this should jump to bank 4, slot 16. Boom. Nice. Just like that, I'm ready to play on the S1. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and test it with the Cynito as well. So I'll change this back to 1 here. When I push this, boom, Instant. See how convenient that is? Also, I forgot to mention it, but I'm going MIDI out of the Sonido tempo pad via TRS MIDI into the MC6 Pro on the side there, and then TRS MIDI out of that into the S1. Which is actually how I have these two hooked up to this pedal on stage. See how convenient that is though? This is how so many professional productions are handled, obviously at a much larger scale than this, but someone will change a master bank in a big performance, whether it be a band or a solo artist, whatever, and everybody's presets will change. Hell, even in like musical theater, that's how it works. It's pretty cool. Now imagine you have all of this automated to a show timeline that also controls like the lights and all the visuals and stuff. A big timeline that basically just sends hundreds, if not thousands of MIDI commands, including program changes. You know, that's how it works. That's how this is done at a large level. So let's do one more of these. The final song of the first set, Let's Hit the Road, also has an S1 patch. So on Enter Bank, we need to program change, MIDI channel 13. And for this, I want 62 because it's bank 4, slot 15. Okay, let's jump to Let's Hit the Road. Boom, and it changed on the S1. Awesome. Let's go ahead and try and do it with the SPD-SX as well. And the reason I want to do it on the SPD-SX isn't because this is what the audience is going to hear, but this is actually instead going to house all of the click tracks and cue tracks that are going to be in my ears, as well as going out to the audio in on the Wolf Mix, our lighting controller out there. So it's going to determine the tempo for each song. Also, I'm gonna send a second click track out to my buddy Oliver, who is running the lights just in case like I mess things up hitting a pedal, something like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the previous video where I show you how I control the lights from the stage with that same Morningstar pedal as well. Okay, let's go menu, setup, I think, yeah, MIDI. We're on global channel 4, and then control and receive program change is on. Awesome. For this show, my kits are gonna start at kit 51. So I need to remember that. So here we are back at the editor. I'm gonna go all the way up to track 1 because I'm gonna have a program change sent for every single bank change on this one. Every single song is gonna have its own click track. For the first song here, we'll do on Enter Bank, program change, and we want to send this on channel 4. And since our software goes from 0 to 127, to access kit 51 on the SPD-SX, we're gonna want program change 50. Now, one cool thing about this software is that instead of having to do this for every single preset or bank, I can just hit copy, go down to lower level, and then we're gonna put it in message 2 because message 1 is the program change to the S1. And now I just want to change this to program change 51. Copy, go to the next song, paste it, set this to 52. You get what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the rest of these out, and then I'll check in with you once everything is set back up on stage, and we'll go through and make sure that the program changes work on the SPD-SX, and they also still work on the S1. All right, so here we are at the live rig. Let's go ahead and test and make sure all of this worked. So down here we can very clearly see the S1 is on bank 1, slot 1. We can see that the SPD-SX is on kit number 51. And way down here at the Morningstar, we can see it's on Water Heater, the first song of the set. So now, when I step on the next song switch, or hit the next song button, that's gonna go to song 2, which is lower level. The S1 should jump all the way to bank 4, slot 16, and the SPD-SX should jump to kit number 52. Okay, I'm gonna do it right here, because this button is a little easier for me to push. Boom, look at that, it changed. Kit 52, and yes, bank 4, slot 16. Mission successful. Let's go to the next song. Yep, it switched over to kit 53. Amazing. Let's go back with this button here. Yep, kit 52. Perfect. And I just realized I could take this even one step further and send a third program change command or MIDI command when I open a new bank on the Morningstar to the Wolf Mix, our lighting controller. Because on this, I can actually map the different preset pages to MIDI commands, meaning that I could always make sure that I'm on the right page when I pull up a new song on the MC6 Pro. Although I don't think I'm gonna have to do that because I'm gonna have my friend Oliver right here hanging over the console just to be safe. So there you go. That is a very real world use case for program change, MIDI program change. If you didn't know about it, now you do. Try and see if your gear can do it. It could be as simple as connecting two synthesizers together, and when you change the patch on one of them, it changes it on the other one as well. I don't know about you, but things like MIDI patch change kind of went ignored by me for a long time because I don't know, it just didn't seem very important. But it's like the handiest thing ever, and it can be a huge lifesaver during situations like this, especially with a pedal as versatile as the MC6 Pro, where I just need to send a whole bunch of changes at once. It'll do it. If you did find this video informative or at least entertaining, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you know where that little dislike button is. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to check out Freebeat Live 2026 coming in like 10 days, I think. It's pretty close. It's right around the corner. Hope to see you there. Thanks for being here, though. We'll see you next time. Bye.